She was tall, armored, and terrifyingly beautiful. And the moment she stepped into the negotiation chamber, the human officers started sweating bullets. She tilted her head, eyes gleaming, and smirked. Is it the bulge between my legs that's got you rattled, human? Is that why you're acting strange? Lieutenant Daniel Reese was trained for high-stakes diplomacy. He'd dealt with warlords, smugglers, and alien monarchs with teeth longer than his forearm. But he wasn't prepared for Commander Lara of the Velnari Dominion. 7 feet tall, chrome-scaled armor clinging to a lithe, powerful frame, and a voice like velvet over steel. Her people were matriarchal, fierce, and absurdly blunt. The Velnari had recently joined the Galactic Peace Accord, but only after lengthy persuasion and a few broken bones. Lara was their chosen emissary. He met her on neutral grounds, a floating diplomatic station above Zeta 9. She walked into the room like she owned gravity itself. Lieutenant Reese, she purred. A pleasure. Shall we get to the point, or are you going to keep fidgeting like a nervous hatchling? Daniel cleared his throat, trying not to stare. Her armor wasn't helping, it molded too well. But he kept his gaze locked on her eyes. Mostly, I'm here to establish alliance terms, not get distracted. She narrowed her eyes with amusement. Oh, because you've already scanned me 17 times since I entered. Your eyes betray you, human. Daniel felt his face flush. Damn Velnari sensors. Lara stepped closer, a deliberate invasion of personal space. Is it the bulge between my legs that's got you rattled, human? She asked, eyes glittering. Is that why you're acting strange? Daniel nearly choked. Excuse me. Velnari biology intimidates most humans. You fear what you don't understand. She leaned in. You assume gender works the same for us. It doesn't. Daniel backed up a step, but held his ground. I don't fear you. I'm just trying to be respectful. Admirable, she said. But respect without honesty is cowardice. He took a breath. Fine. You're intense. She smiled. Better. Now let's talk peace. As they sat across from each other, something shifted. The room didn't feel like a battlefield anymore. It felt like a test. One she expected him to pass. For hours they debated terms, military sharing, joint patrols, trade routes. Lara was sharp, uncompromising, and blunt to a fault. She tested his patience, and he challenged her pride. But underneath the verbal duels, something sparked, curiosity, maybe even admiration. On the third day, after another long session, Daniel escorted her to her quarters. You lasted longer than most, she said. Others ran the moment I made them uncomfortable. Maybe discomfort means growth. Thalara's expression softened. Your species surprises me, Lieutenant. I get that a lot. She turned to face him. Still staring, he looked away. You're hard to ignore. Her voice dropped. And you're braver than I thought. Most humans flinch when confronted. You stand your ground. I respect that. Daniel hesitated. For what it's worth, I'm not judging, just trying to understand. She studied him. Understanding leads to strength. Perhaps this alliance will work after all. The next morning, an emergency alert rang through the station. A mercenary cruiser had jumped into orbit, one not allied with any Accord nation. They demanded the surrender of Lara for reasons unknown. Daniel stormed into the command chamber. What do they want with her? They say she killed one of their warlords in a previous campaign, replied the comms officer. She probably did, Daniel muttered. Lara appeared behind him, fully armored. Let them come. I will not run. You're under Earth's protection now. I'm not letting them touch you. She blinked, surprised. Even if it sparks conflict? Especially then. Outside the station, 2 squadrons of Accord and Earth ships formed a shield. The mercenary cruiser opened fire. Daniel and Lara stood side by side on the command deck. Explosions rocked the outer hull, but the human and Velnari ships held their line. You fight well, she said. So do you. A shockwave hit. One of the station's wings ruptured. Boarding party incoming, someone shouted. Lara drew her blade. Let me show you why Velnari don't surrender. Daniel grabbed his rifle. Let's give them hell. Together, they met the intruders in the corridor. Metal screamed. Aliens howled. Lara fought like a hurricane of precision and fury. Daniel stayed at her back, cool and focused, dropping targets with ruthless accuracy. When the last mercenary fell, Lara turned to him, panting. Blood and fire reflected in her eyes. You still acting strange, human? She asked. He grinned. Yeah, I think I'm falling for you. She laughed, a rare, deep sound. Dangerous sentiment. I've always been bad at playing safe. Peace talks resumed once the enemy ship limped away in defeat. But something was different now. The Velnari trusted Earth, not just because of a treaty, but because one human had stood with one warrior and proven he wasn't afraid. On the final day of talks, the Lara approached Daniel privately. My people approve of our agreement, she said. And I've considered your offer. My offer? She smirked. You didn't make it with words, but your actions were loud enough. He raised an eyebrow. What offer exactly? She stepped close. To stay? To learn more. About the Velnari. About me. Daniel took her hand. You sure? I might keep acting strange. She leaned in. Then let's be strange together, human. And with that, the alliance was sealed, with ink, steel, and something entirely unexpected.